Hey everyone, Connor here, and today we're starting off that new style of content that I sort of alluded to in the last video where I was saying I needed to think about making a switch up on my channel. So this is the new type of content. It's a trial, it's not necessarily going to stick around with this exact premise forever, but if it takes off, we'll carry on going. If it doesn't, we'll try and find out something new in a couple of weeks. So, what have we got for today's video? Well, we'll get straight into it. Today, as you can see, I'm in my OBS, but a very plain OBS window. That is because I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up a video just like I would to record some gaming stuff, or to stream some gaming stuff, or whatever. But it won't be necessarily how to stream how I do, because I use something called Stream Elements, which is up here, but it's disabled at the minute. So that's why this bit down here will look a little bit different to yours, just because Stream Elements is still enabled in part. So, yeah, you won't see this if you've just downloaded the fresh copy of, OBS Studio. So first of all, how do we download OBS Studio? Well, that's pretty simple, my friends. All we do is we go to obsproject.com, we click this button here, and that will give you a direct download to OBS, which I've cancelled on mine because I don't need it. I am currently using it. But all you do, you'd go through your typical setup, and then you would basically sort it out. That Minecraft is for later in the video. I may have just spoiled something there. That's for later in the video. Don't just forget you saw that. Forget you saw that. But so the first thing in any OBS tutorial would be how to set up a scene. A scene is basically where all the information is held for where you're recording, how you're recording, what devices you're using, and what sources you've got set up. So yeah. Sorry, microphone. Sorry about that, guys, too. I may have just given you a big click in the ear or something. But yeah, so basically that's what a scene does. To create a scene, all you would do, you would come down here and you would click this plus. It would give you a name, and we would put the name in and click OK, and then we would get a scene. But I'm not creating one because I've got a pre-made one for this video, which is the one we're currently in. So the next thing you would want to do is to create your sources. The sources you would want to be creating right off of the bat would probably be your webcam. So I will show you how to make a webcam source. To do that, basically, all you do is you click the Add in the Sources tab. This time, not the Scenes tab. So you would click the Add button, and now you see you get a great list of multiple new sources, as they're called. So the source we're looking for in terms of a video recording device is actually, you can probably guess, it is this one, video capture device. Now, we would only want this if this is an external recording device that is plugged in to our PC. My PC's down there. So, yes, we would click video capture device, and then what we would do, we would add it, and we would change this here to our capture device that we want to use. So if I wanted to use my Trust USB webcam, sorry, the webcam in the top left is going to change to something for a second, unless I just use I'll just use the VCam version. So if I use my VCam version, as you can see here, the webcam is now set up. So the reason this is set up so poorly is because we are using the device default in our webcam setup, resolution type. So what we would do, we would go into device default here, and we would change it to custom. That will get rid of it for a second, as you can see. But all we will do now, what we will do to change it, is we shall go here into resolution and just type in the number 1 first, see if it pops up for you. It does pop up for me. That is 1920 by 1080. So if we move this over now, we have the full webcam in full size screen. We'll just move it out of the way, just so it's not bothering us, and we'll delete it in a second because I've already got the one set up. But anyway, there's other stuff you might want to do as well. You may want to change the FPS output. So we'll do that. My webcam records at 30 FPS, so we'd want to match that to the webcam. So what I would do, I would click 30. Pretty simple. and my camera has just updated, as you can see on the XSplit VCam logo popping up, and there we go. So that's us sorted. Now I'm going to show you how to remove a source this time, because I don't need the source we've just added in. But that is how that's how it works pretty much. There's one more thing I'll show you about that source in a second, but that can be done with the other source. So if you want to remove the source you've just put in, find the name of it, click on it once, and then click down here at the minus icon. That removes a current source. So we would now click yes if you wish to remove it, or no if you wish to keep it. Pretty straightforward. And the other thing I was going to show you is once you've got your webcam in, you might want to place it. You might want to have it in the top left of the corner, top left of the screen like I have. You might want to have it in the top right, like doing that. And to do that, that's pretty simple. All you do, well, first your webcam will be a lot bigger than this, because obviously you've put it in at 1920 by 1080p. If your webcam's a 4K webcam, it might be higher. So yes, you'd change that. So all you'd want to do is you'd want to find the corner square on the red outline after you've clicked on the webcam, and then so you'd click on the webcam and get it to highlight red, find the corner square and drag out or drag in. Now I'm going to drag mine in a little bit to about here. For the next step I'm going to show you. That is everything you need to know about adding a video source. That can be capture cards as well. Same goes for capture cards. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add a border for this webcam that I had made myself. I made it myself in Photoshop for an old video. I only used it once though. But what we'll do, we'll go into the add button again to add a source. Then we will click image, and we'll just name this one WC border. And if we do that, we can click browse now to browse our computer for where this border is. So as you can see, I'm in my OBS folder in my SSD at the minute, but I want to go to my channel art folder, which it is here, and if I scroll right down to the bottom, we should see my webcam border, file. So I'm going to click on the PNG version of my folder, and as you can see, it's appeared on the screen. But again, we're going to need to adjust this. So first of all, you drag in the corner like this, just to make sure you can get it right. But yeah, as you can see, that's not going to get it exactly right. So there's things we can do to make this better. What we can do, we can hold down the shift button, and if we do that, we can hold it down left shift, and we can drag to make it fit better. And then we'll do it on this middle square as well to make it fit better that way, and on this middle square here to make it fit better that way. Let's just get it looking right. And there we go. That's how I know that's not perfect, but that's how I set up my webcam overlays. Well, that's how I used to do it. I have a new way now. Well, that will be in another tutorial video when I do it for streaming. This is just for YouTube. But anyway, there's something you may notice about this. The webcam border is over the top of the webcam. This can be changed. If you want the webcam border to be underneath the webcam, say you want to hide it, all you've got to do is click once on the webcam border down here. Then you've got to drag it below the webcam source. So now, you see, you can't see my webcam border hardly. So if we want to add that back up to the top now, there we go. So the next most important thing to add to a video, it would be your webcam, your microphone. So how are we going to add a microphone source? This is also pretty simple. So we go into the plus button again on the sources tab. We will go into audio input capture. Now bear in mind you want to be on inputs. Output is only game sound. So in the audio input capture, we would be clicking on it, and then we would name it what we want. So I will name this, say, I'll name this Blue Snowball, because that's what my microphone is. And if we click OK, in here you would choose your device, your I said webcam again, damn it. No, you would choose your microphone, and you would click on it, and then now that it's selected, you would click OK, but I'm going to delete that because I don't want it. I've already got it added in. But that's basically how you add a microphone source. Now, we'll go over the settings of the microphone source next. Discard, please. Oh god, it's actually added it. Let's remove it. The next thing we want to add is our game source. So how we capture our game, which will be Minecraft in this case. I told you it would come up. So this is how we will be adding our Minecraft to the capture. So we'll be clicking on the plus one more time. Then we will go into game capture. Now bear in mind, game capture only records full screen applications. So your game will have to be in full screen for game capture. So what we do, we will click game capture. I'm just going to keep it named as game capture. I never rename my window capture sources, or my game capture sources, because it keeps it simple for me. So what we want to do is want to change this from capture any full screen application to capture a specific window. Then we can name the specific window we want it to capture. So I want it to capture Minecraft. So what we'll do, we'll click Minecraft 1.15.2 on the window. So you have to have your game open for it to be able to... The first time you want to set it up, you have to have your window open that you want to capture. But after that, you can close it off and it will remember it for the next time. So we'll click Minecraft 1.15.2 and click OK. Now you'll notice it's not popped up on the screen yet. That is because sometimes with applications you have to tab into them before it will start recording them. It's just a bit of a bug with OBS. But I've never found it to be a problem. Only time I've found it to be a problem is with Minecraft actually. So this is a bit of a trial and error sort of thing. Because Minecraft sometimes just doesn't capture for me. But that's more to do with my PC than OBS. So what we'll do before we get it in, this would appear over everything. So we wouldn't be able to see the webcam or the border if we left it at the top of the sources menus, much like we couldn't see the border when it was underneath the webcam. So what we'll do for this one, we will put it underneath everything but the display capture. We don't want it over the top of the display capture. So underneath the webcam basically. And then what we'll do, we shall click into Minecraft. And now, as you hopefully can see, if it's not mistaken and it's not working, we can see Minecraft on the screen. So simply put, all we want to do is log into one of my worlds. Connors are born to survive. Let's put it into this one. Now I'm using a few, so it might take a minute to load, but get it out. Go. So yeah, beautiful Minecraft with some shaders on. And I can use, why can't I use control? Oh, it's C. I can use C to zoom in because I'm using Optifine. So yeah, that's how you capture games, guys. And this is how I set up my videos. I really hope this was helpful. I've enjoyed making this video. It's just a quick how I make my videos tutorial. The next one that we'll do, this will come out later in the week, will be a how I set up my streams video, which is going to be a bit more in-depth because there's a lot more to it than just adding a few sources. You've got to set things up. And I'll be going through all the things I set up to get my streams to look the way they do. So, without further ado, guys, I am going to say goodbye for now. And thank you for watching. I'm out. Goodbye.